Hello everybody, it is I, your friendly neighborhood INFP, and due to the recent arrival of Arataki Itto, I will be flying by the seat of my pants, simply because, well, I don't have a lot of quest or gameplay to be going on. And if you're wondering whether or not I will be getting Arataki Itto, survey says no. There you go. But what I have read, the stories and lore and the personality and the voice lines and all of that have now come out, I can safely say that for me, Arataki Itto is very likely an ESTP. And the reason why he is an ESTP is because he is a person who enjoys things that are fun. He enjoys things that keep him going, keep him energized, give him a challenge. He loves something that has a challenge. He loves doing things, just experiencing the world in his way. The other thing about Arataki Itto is that he is incredibly stubborn. He has to win absolutely everything. Like the time when he challenged the Kitsune Yaimiko to a ramen eating contest when she was simply sitting in his spot, and due to that happening, he ended up becoming sick for several days because he is allergic to essentially beans. So, with Arataki Itto, we're dealing with a person who has a very spirited, very competitive, and some would say extraordinarily stubborn mentality. If you've read all the signs plastered about Inazuma, especially in the main city where he's constantly challenging Kujo Sara for a rematch after she took away his vision, you have him constantly try and go on for the rematch until only for him to be dragged away, and you have him constantly challenging kids and playing with kids. And the funny thing about him is that challenging and playing with kids is not below his status. If you beat him, you get his stuff fair and square. If he beats you, he gets your stuff fair and square. And despite the kids losing in any other competition aside from Beatles, you have him trying to essentially win items without having to work, because his idea is that because he is a delinquent, he doesn't have to work. To quote Arataki Itto himself on that matter, so it says, "Oh, they're saying I can't hold down a real job, huh? Well, sorry to break it to you, but I'm a delinquent. That means it's my job not to have a real job. If anyone's got a problem with that, who's got a problem with that, huh? You got the problem with that? You got a problem? Oh, sorry, got a little worked up there. Where was I? Yeah, so working isn't really my thing, but don't worry, I don't rob or steal or anything like that. When I'm really running low on funds, I just take the odd job here and there to make ends meet. You know, like transporting stuff, delivering documents, helping businesses attract customers, just enough to keep the wolf from the door." He takes life as it goes on, and if you know anything about ESTPs, is that they do enjoy challenges, they do enjoy experiencing the world as it is. They are one of the most active types in the MBTI world, in the sense of like the things that they do and how much stuff they do and how much energy can be in them. They have this whole thing of being fun, active, and charming, and Itto is, from a certain standpoint, fun, active, and charming. He is hilarious to watch. He gets into trouble quite frequently, and he does display a lot of the traits. If you've read any of the Japanese delinquent mangas where there's like a delinquent, but they're kind of like a good-hearted delinquent, that he's that kind of deal going on for him. Not only that, but they are also in the know when it comes to the conventional or stylish forms of clothing or wanting to keep a certain style. They are very particular about wanting to keep a style, as we see with Arataki Itto constantly pulling out his hairbrush and brushing his hair. He wants to obtain that certain appearance that he thinks is cool, or in his own mind, popular or fun, whatever you want to throw in there. When they see a challenge, they try and embrace that challenge. They are quick to think on their feet, and they're quick to act when the situation needs them to act. And Arataki Itto is extraordinarily loyal, extraordinarily charismatic, and despite all of his misgivings, the people still want to be with Arataki Itto. He's charming enough that his gang still wants to stick around with him, no matter what amount of trouble he may end up getting around in. They want to essentially kind of be around him, kind of keep him in check, experience life with him, because when he experiences life, they experience a certain way of life as well. It's just, in some ways, far more enjoyable to them being around him. And if you've been around other ESTPs, it is extraordinarily fun and entertaining to be around them, because they, much like the ESFP, and you know, some people might say, well, no, I think Arataki Itto is an ESFP, which, okay, sure, but I think he's more of an ESTP, but I can see the argument for ESFP as well. But what I was saying is, like the ESFP, they have that sense of charisma. They have that sense of adventure. They have that sense of making other people want to be around them because they're just so fun. They're so entertaining. They're so engaging. They're so motivating. ESTPs are incredible motivators. They also know how to read people. Although Arataki Itto isn't perhaps necessarily the greatest at that, or then he knows how to read people, he just doesn't care. I'm not entirely sure which one of those it is. I'm pretty sure it's both, depending on the situation. But yeah, he constantly challenges people. He's constantly going on for like the next new big thing that he might consider fun. He also is the one who, I believe, created the beetle fighting competitions for like between him and the kids. And he also constantly challenges Yoimiya into friendly matches. And of course, he's had that bout that I talked about with Kitsune Yaimiko, where even though he won, which he thought was completely worth it, he was in a lot of pain, but to him, losing is far greater of a pain than not winning, or not giving your all, or not challenging yourself, or not going so far as to do the things that you're doing. That's just what encapsulates Arataki Itto's motivation or character in a nutshell, which is why at the end of the day I do think he is an ESTP. So with that being said, I will see you guys next time, and if you want to see another video, click that link right there, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.